no longer lost. I know the truth now. But see, the old man is trying to keep you bounded. He's trying to keep you in captivity. Because I love doing what I love to do. I love acting a fool. I love doing this and that. Don't tell me what to do. Matter of fact, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. Well, with that kind of attitude, there is no promotion on the job. With that kind of attitude, you can't have your own business. Because the government still tells you what to do. The customer still telling you what to do. I ain't got to listen to the customer. This is my job. Well, you ain't getting my money. If you don't get my money, you can't do nothing. So we need to understand that I want to come out of being lost. When I learn to submit to Him, I'm really learning how to even submit to people. I am. I'm learning how to receive people like. Amen? Amen. He flees also as in shadow and continue not. And that thy open thy eyes upon chapter 1 and bring me into judgment with his deed. Who can put a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one, but Christ. So he came back for those that are lost. I was unclean for so long. I was messed up for so long. I was rebellious for so long. I was stubborn for so long. I want to do what I want to do for so long. Matter of fact, some of the folks from my past taught me these things. How? I see what they do. You know how some folks are. Don't do what I say, just do what I do. Don't do what I do, just do what I say. Yeah. So some folks is lost because they have never taken time to show their children the right way. I was talking to my friend, and I said, see that, I'm a tomboy. I was a tomboy, and I'm just now learning how to dress up. I'm just now learning to wear high heels. I said, you know what? The 80s and 90s, the other generation was lost. Because most of those girls are always in gym shoes and jeans. I said, a lot of them just didn't know how to dress up. She said, my mama never taught me. So, she said, most of the time, mothers are not there to teach their daughters. So we got to find our own way. So that's the thing. And I'm looking, I start thinking about videos. I'm like, oh, well, the videos ain't teaching them that either. Amen. You know, so where do we go from there? We got to get in His Word. It's a guide. It's a light unto our feet. It's a taker. It's to be able to show us some things about who we are. It's to be able to open up your eyes. You know, when I gave my life to Christ, I was always talking to the Lord. Lord, show me me. And I'm telling you, I was crying. You're like, you're selfish. I'm like, huh? Because I told you how to come out of stuff. You pray for it, and you ask for it, and then you go right back and start asking for more. But you promised me you would do such and such, and you didn't do it. And then when I give you what you want, then you go back to acting selfish again. So I'm going, just crying. Because you showed me how the Israelites always crying out to the Lord to get what they want. And then when He gave it to them, they go right back to doing it again. And then they come back crying out some more. And they get what they want. Then they go back to doing it again. I'm just weeping. Wow. He would talk to you about you. You ain't got to wait for no prophet to rebuke you. You ain't got to wait for your pastor to rebuke you. That's the way I was. I needed that. When my first baby, her mother was pregnant, I went to my pastor and I said, I got to go pregnant. Because I was so used to man downing me that I was expecting him to down me too. And he said, who you bless? Okay, let me go to the other pastor that we up under. I got to go pregnant. He's like, I knew it, but And I'm like, what? Come on. Call me something. Tell me something out of my name. Come on, tell me I'm stupid. Tell me something. Because that's what I was trained. Not one time did anybody belittle me. And now I go back in His Word. already told you. I'm not here to condemn you. I'm here to uproot you. I'm here to strengthen you. I'm here to teach you how to love. I'm here to teach you how to love yourself. So many that can love somebody else, we call ourselves doing, but we don't know how to love ourselves. And I wonder, do you really love someone when you don't know how to love yourself? We're lost. We're lost. See, I got myself all dressed up with my first man because for a year he had to teach me how to love. I said, Lord, teach me how to love me, teach me, teach me, teach me. He took me through the Word. He took me through TV screen, whatever I watched. He teach me by watching couples. He teach me by watching me looking at the cars, seeing how things were working. He was teaching me how to love me. And I got so excited that I felt I could teach anybody how to love. So he said, you wait. And I said, but I can teach this one. You wait. No, I can teach this one. And he told me all the damage, all the messed up stuff that was going on. I'm like, but I can do it. So, still, in the midst of all of that, that person didn't know how to love. So he could never love. You see what happened? So can a person really love somebody and they don't really know how to love themselves? You see, Jesus always told how much he loved his Father. When he was on this earth, that's all he talked about, my Father. That's all he talked about. He always, my Father. If you see me, you see my Father. I love him so much, I'm just like him. You see? But we, on the other hand, I love you. You're the man. Man, I love you so much. But when you don't do what I ask, nah, I don't know about you now. You get on my nerves. You always doing this. What happened to the love?
You look like it.
That was never Christ. That was never God. You see, he said, I love you so much. Even though what you're doing, I'm going to still give you my son. Now, I'm cursing God, but he's still going to give me his son. Matter of fact, I can't stand God, but he's still going to give me his son. Matter of fact, I'm going to hurt other people that he loves, but he's still going to give me his son. Man, what kind of love is that? So, we have to learn the same power that he has given us. Because that's what that is. That's power. Yeah. That we generated, that has changed us to be like him. You see, because I'm around a lot of prophets, I'm around a lot of apostles and all this, and they had me watch this program, and this prophet, he was just pop, pop, pop. He was on it. He was pop, pop, pop. And they started bending here and there, talking to all these people, and I said, that's enough. And they looked at me like, why you have an attitude? All that is foolishness. Because all those millionaires that's up here, they're just taking everybody's money, but they're saying God is saying this. If that's the case, why did God tell them to loose their money to other people that's in need? They prophesying so much. If that's the case, why then they can't see for themselves that they don't have a bunch of issues? God talking to them so much about you, but they can't see God talking to them about themselves. Where is that love at? So, a lot of times, we have to understand people are lost in the midst of what they say that they are. I'm a child of God. Well, how are you a child of God, but you looking at me funny? How can you say you love me, but you're still talking about me? Don't you know that while I was talking about you behind your back to her, God would actually tell you some things about me that I was really talking about you? He would do that. He would not keep you ignorant of the devil's device. Now I want you to come and love on me. He will make you that silly. I got people talking about you. And matter of fact, they said this about you. Matter of fact, about you. Matter of fact, I don't know if I really want to reveal some other stuff they said about you. Now I want you to go over there and love them.